Okay, perfect. We're going to get the party started. Okay, guys, well, welcome. I'm recording this. So, just a quick reminder to anybody who's watching this maybe later, which is that the working Zooms are really made to show you in a community format how to do our daily income producing activities. So, if you follow the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method, and if you don't know what that is, we have all kinds of graphics about that inside of our team page, United We Thrive. But it's just basically a way for you to know what daily actions to make sure you do every single day broken down into time blocks so you get the most out of your effort. Oh, I'm so excited to see you, Cindy. Like that orange. So today that's what we're going to be doing. Good morning, Eva. Oh, awesome. Good morning, Sharon. Morning, guys. So glad you're joining us. All right, awesome. So really quick, we're going to get started with our birthday messages first. If you have done one of my working Zooms before, which I'm pretty sure all of you have, you're welcome to mute me out if you don't want to hear all my spiel. You're welcome to do that. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes right now. Where's my timer? I moved on my phone. There we go. Okay, so we've got a 10-minute timer set for birthday messages, and I'm just going to review a few things. So first in chat, I always like to give you guys like my verbiage that I personally use. This is like my actual verbiage I use for birthday messages, because birthday messages are one out of the 2 ways that I get the most customers every single month. And I've been consistently doing them since last January. We used to do them when I first started in the company in a very icky way, to be honest. Because when we first started 6.5 years ago, we were still doing, a lot of the copy paste messaging, a lot of the, hey girl, I'd love to get you started on Thrive for your birthday. Now we do it in a way that's more authentic to the person. And so for me, birthday messages have become a main source of how I get either new samplers or new customers every single month. So first I go and I look at the whole list. Who's on the birthday messages for the day? Morning, Samantha. See your face now. Who's on the birthday messages for the day? And as I look through there, if I know those people and I have a personal relationship with them, or maybe they're part of my family or part of my friend group, then I send them first. I always post on people's walls because I think it's really important that we give them that dopamine rush. We all deserve that dopamine rush on our birthday, right? It's fun to see how many people can I get to say happy birthday to me. That's normal. We all love it. The second thing I do is then I go over to a personal message in their messenger. So I then ask them something like, hey, Melissa, happy birthday. This is a crazy time, right? What are you doing today to make your birthday special? That's if I know the person. Now, maybe this person used to thrive with me in the past. Awesome. And they're not anymore. This would be a great time for me to offer them something to get them started again. Or maybe they didn't love the 3 steps for whatever reason. It happens sometimes, right? But I could talk to them about the Thrive CBD skincare line or about some of our new products that are out, right? So this is an opportunity for me to be able to do that. And the way I get to that conversation is by hearing what they're doing for their birthday. Then I go back to them and say, well, listen, you might not know this about me, but I love giving gifts for people's birthdays. It's one of my love languages. So I'd love to gift you a sample. What's better for you? A vitamin supplement that's going to make you feel and look younger this year, or a CBD skincare line sample to help your skin glow and look more radiant this year? So I just throw it out there. They tell me which one they want. Then the next thing after that is, okay, awesome. So you want the vitamin supplement? If you could wave a magic wand for your body and your health, what would be the biggest change you'd like to see this year? They tell me. Then I go on what they're telling me. If they tell me they want to lose 30 pounds, sample's not going to do that, people. We all know that, right? So then I say to them, great, I'm so excited for your 30-pound journey. We're going to help you achieve this goal. But I want to let you know a 3-day sample isn't going to help you even lose a pound. So why don't we talk about, instead of me sending you a sample, me giving you a discount on your first 30 days to help you get started? All right. Now, the next thing I do is I go through that list of names for birthday messages and I look to see who I don't know. And if I don't know them, I go check out their news feed. And I know it takes a little longer, but I want to see, do they need to stay on my friends list? Okay. If you're anywhere up to like 4,500 friends, 5,000 is max. So I start getting rid of people because I want to make sure I have room for promoters on our team, for new people that I meet inside these groups. I mean, I'm literally sending out 2 to 5 friend requests every single day from Facebook groups. So I've got to have room if I'm sending them requests, right? So I look through the list. If I don't know that person, I go look at their news feed. I click message to see if we've ever messaged back and forth before. If I cannot figure out how I know the person, I straight up ask. I go, hey, Melissa, happy birthday. Sending you this message to say, I hope you have a wonderful day. I know it's a crazy time. What are you doing for some fun? And by the way, I can't figure out how we know each other. Do you know? I just ask straight up. It starts an amazing conversation, right? Then the next thing I do is if I look at somebody's newsfeed and I look at the message and I realize they're just not the right person for me, guess what? That's okay. It's great. I just, decide that I'm going to unfriend them because their birthday is the best day to unfriend them because they're not noticing. So don't worry about it, right? The other thing that I always love to do. Hi, Melissa. I see ya. All right, awesome. I'm going to show you guys really quick. Share screen. Let's go to Trello. So make sure you have ways to organize yourself. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be like, for some weird reason, like, so I had chemo last Friday. So you guys are going to have to excuse me because I'm like burping like crazy. I don't know what it is. Okay. So I have a board that's called Customer Funnel, and this is where I keep everything. I used to do it in the Thriver checklist. We have that tracker that you can print. That's an awesome way to stay organized. I switched it to this. Saturday, I started working on my top 10 list and my birthday messages, and I didn't field it, so I didn't finish it. But I always write down the people who I sent birthday messages to for the week that I don't really remember or don't really know. So like today, if I was sending out 8 messages and 4 of them I wasn't really sure of, I would write their names here. And then on Saturday, I always have a block of time where I then look and see, did they ever answer me back? And if the answer is no, then it's probably time to unfriend them and allow me to have room for other people. Or if they did answer me back, but I forgot to move them along my funnel, that's when I do it. Okay. So you'll see here, my funnel is who is going to be on my top 10 list. That's another thing I do on Saturdays. Then they get a free customer account. Are they in the customer group? Have they sampled? Did they get on a three-way message? Did they order? And are they a promoter? So I just move them along because the cool thing about Trello is you can literally just move the cards like that. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys too, just for like a little organization. So right now we're just going to finish up birthday messages. If you just hopped on, we have 4.5 minutes. Oh, Renee said, would anybody be able to tell me where to find how many friends we have on Facebook? Okay, let me look for that while you guys are working. So, Renee, are you on your phone or your computer? You can unmute.
I'm on my computer, but if it's easier on my phone, I can do that too.
Well, grab your phone real quick because I know where it is on my phone. I'm sure it's easy on the computer too, but I just have my phone in front of me.
Okay, go right ahead.
So once you go to your own news, like, do you know how like when you go on to Facebook, then on the right-hand side, there's 3 like lines, click that, then you're on your own news feed. Then if you scroll underneath those first pictures, like, you know how you can have 9 pictures in your grid for Facebook, underneath that, it says friends. And then it tells you exactly how many friends you have. And if you don't see that, let me know because it could be that we have different versions. Because remember, Facebook updated a while back. I hate it when they update. So I don't ever do it. Let me see on the, and on the computer, it's super easy. So on the computer, if you go to Facebook, right underneath your name, like where you put all the little information about yourself, where it says, then it'll say post about friends. And then it gives you right there too. Found it? Okay.
Found it.
Guys, feel free to ask anything in the chat. I want to make sure we get your questions answered too, guys. Okay. All right, that's our timer. So the next one we're going to do is an 8-minute block. All right, awesome. So the next one is 8 minutes. We're going to go to stories and we're going to comment on non-thriver stories first. Then you can go back if you have time and comment on your team stories or sidelines. Remember, as soon as you comment on somebody's story, it takes you right into Messenger and it allows them to feel a connection with you because they feel like you guys are talking back and forth. Remember, though, don't just ask like simple questions. You want to get a conversation started because you want to be starting conversations where you can figure out what their pain points are so you can problem solve with our product, service, or opportunity. So, example is, Kelly, you asked on the Zoom times that were posted for the week of February 7th, is the times on that? Yeah, I always post Eastern time zones. So anytime you guys see a time, it's always Eastern. I try to put EST next to it. So sorry if I didn't. So when I am doing stories, one of the biggest things I'm thinking of is the CAP method. If you guys like that, if it helps you, feel free to use it. It's something Kelly Hoover and I came up with because it helps me to have an acronym. But C stands for connecting with a complement or commonality. So if you're going to stories and you see somebody put up something, you want to find something about whatever they put up that you guys have in common or that you can compliment them on authentically. Then A is for asking questions so that you can figure out their pain points. And then P is taking those pain points and problem solving them with your product, service, or opportunity. Sometimes our product, service, or opportunity is not the answer right then, but we keep the conversation going and we still try to provide them an answer for their pain point because then they see you as valuable. So I'm going to give you guys an example. Let's say, excuse me, let's say that somebody puts up a picture of their dog in a really cute raincoat, okay, in their stories. I would message them and I would say, oh my gosh, that dog is so adorable. How old is your dog and what breed? And how in the world did you get him to let you put that rain jacket on him, right? Something like that. So then she messages me back and answers, and we're, starting a conversation now and I'm asking her some questions. She might say something like, actually, my dog hates it. I got a quick picture, blah, 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 whatever. Maybe I can recommend like something that would help her, right? Or maybe she says, my dog hates the rain and lightning and thunder and like freaks out during storms. So I always put this raincoat on him and makes him feel better. I might say, oh, have you ever heard of CBD oil for dogs? One of my friends sells that and she swears that it helps her dog. I don't have a dog anymore, but I could connect you with her if you want to learn more, right? So I'm offering something of value to her. Okay. Sometimes it works out with our own products, sometimes it doesn't. But either way, I'm starting a conversation and I'm trying to engage. It's not just about like, oh, cute dog, trying to get the conversation back and forth. Okay, we got about 2 minutes. Okay, that was our timer. So now we're going to do a 10-minute block of commenting on other people's news feeds. So we were just in stories. Now we're going to move over to news feeds. And one of the things that I try to do every single week is have a top 10 people that are set to see first. And I'll show you guys that on my Facebook account. Just 1 second. I'll share screen in case you haven't done that before. But the whole reason why we're going to other people's news feeds and commenting and engaging, and again, remember, try to ask questions, try to ask open-ended questions, not just that's an adorable outfit or it looks like you had fun last night. Instead, ask a question, right? What's the recipe for those nachos that you made last night for Super Bowl? Or those kind of questions. Asking questions will get them to respond back, which then shows Facebook that you are engaging in a community platform, which allows your whole algorithm to be better, right? Plus, now you're building community by commenting in their posts, and now their friends and people that they're friends with on Facebook see you. It's another great way to continue to add to your friends list if you're not at 5,000 maxed out friends and you want to be constantly looking at the people who you set to see first for your 10 or 20 or 30. You can do 30 now. I'll put that in the comments actually of how you can find them. Ashley Woodman helped us with that, learning how to find them now because Facebook changed it. You can do up to 30. And the point of that is that then you're engaging in their community. They see that. Then you can see the people who are maybe answering back or commenting back that you think would be great for you as well to become customers. And then you can send them a private message and say, hey, listen, I'm friends with so-and-so, and I saw your comment on her post about this. And I knew that if we lived down the street from each other, we'd be friends. So I just sent you a friend request. Hope you accept. Then start asking them questions and get to know them better. Okay. So we're going to spend 10 minutes doing that. If you guys want to see the organization and all of that, you can look at the screen. If not, keep working. So right here, actually need to change this to 30 because thanks to Ashley, we actually know now how to find them. Let's see how to find top 30. I'm going to put this in here so I can save it because she taught me this last week and I saved it to my notes, but not in here. Okay. So that's how I'm keeping the list. I actually erased all 10 of these on Saturday because they've all been customers of mine now for more than 30 days. So I don't really need to continue to look at their page, talk to them about the business. They weren't really open. So they're going to stay on as customers. They're also in the customer group and I'm helping them to try to thrive for free, but I need to pick new people to put on this list so that I can start engaging with some new people and their stuff. So when you go to Facebook, you get out of all my messages. so it's not distracting. There we go. So when you go to Facebook, now if you want to see who your 30 are, you can go to settings and privacy. After you go to settings and privacy, you go to newsfeed preferences. Then you go to see first. And then it'll show you everybody who's set to see first. I don't have anybody right now because I just erased them all on Saturday because I'm going to start over with that. Also, let me show you. You can always, here's how you actually set these people to see first. So let me just pick somebody's name. Okay, I'm going to pick my friend Courtney. Okay, so Courtney, for example, if I wanted to set her to see first, you just go right underneath their profile to this little person and you click see first. That's it. And when I'm ready to take her off, I just go there and click see first again. Okay. And then the other thing is that you could do the exact same thing on your mobile device for each person too. Okay. Okay, guys, we've got 2 minutes left. Okay, we're on to the next part. So we're going to be doing 8. Let's see, hold on, what time is it? Okay, we have plenty of time. We're going to do 10 minutes on our post. And what we're going to be doing is, maybe you guys already have a plan for your post. So I wanted to show you guys this because I think a lot of people forget that we have this. This is inside of United We Thrive team page on our Facebook group. And we have this as well as this is under the social media unit. It's also under the working Zoom unit. This is just general ideas of things that you can post on Mondays or each day of the week, but today's Monday. So you could do something like Motivational Monday, 3 steps changed me, and then share about how the Thrive experience changed you. Or you could do, because I have more energy, I'm able to do this and this and this. You could shout out somebody who motivates you. Don't give up on your goals. I mean, hello, we could all do a great post about Tom Brady today, right? And not giving up on goals for sure. But this is available to you guys. And I just wanted to share it with you, make sure you guys know about it because there's some new people on here. And also then we kind of break it down even more on the graphic too, where we kind of give you actually a little deeper of what you could say, right? Because I have more energy. Because I have more energy. Now that you have more energy, what do? Are you a better mom? Do you work out now? Do you get up in the morning? Do you do a morning routine? Go live or do a post, but let them feel what you feel because you've been on the product. So that's a great one. If you also don't have any ideas of what to post today, I'll show you guys. I actually do my social media for the month. And then every Sunday, I just kind of review it and make sure it works for the week. So I'm actually using this. And if you guys would like this graphic, just send me a quick Facebook message and I'll get it over to you. You guys can have this one, which is I'm putting this up today actually. And the good thing about this is people are going to be dropping their links of the products that they sell. So it gets a lot of engagement. This is also my story for today. And I would share this with you guys too. So if you want to send me a message on Facebook, and tell me, do you want the story or the post? I'll send you either one or neither. You don't have to take either, but I'm just offering it to you guys because I made this one up this weekend. So this one I'm going to put up on my stories today. And I'm going to say, what do you really want for Valentine's Day? And I'm going to say, pick 3 and then have them pick 3. And then actually tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live on telling people what you really want, right? How hard is it sometimes for your spouse or for your loved ones to know what to get you because you just are expecting this most romantic day for Valentine's Day and putting pressure on somebody else when you could just be honest and be like, hey, I'd really love some flowers. So anyways, this is a story I'm going to be doing and then a post tomorrow or a post today about this one. Okay. And I'm going to run to the restroom, guys. We have 7.5 minutes. Hey, if you guys get done with your post for the morning and you want to tell me in the chat that you're done, I'll go and comment and engage on it for you. Just finishing up really quick and then we'll move on, guys. We're going to be moving on to groups. Okay, Samantha, I'll come back and do yours in a second. Jessica, I just commented on yours. Okay, awesome. So we're going to spend the last 20 minutes inside of Facebook groups. The only thing we didn't do so far as well is do our own stories. So today, as you go along with your day, make sure you're doing your own stories and think about your stories as a way that people can truly connect with you on a personal level, right? Our posts are kind of more manufactured, where our stories can be more like authentically us, right? The silly and funny things that happen throughout the day, the ridiculous things that happen. It's like your own Real Housewives show. So show people what's going on behind the scenes. They like to see it, the crazy, the silly, the fun, the dirty, whatever. They want to see it. So make sure you're sharing throughout the day anything that you can to your stories so that people can connect with you in a more personal level, okay? So now we're going to spend the last 20 minutes focused on Facebook groups. So hopefully you guys are utilizing Facebook groups to really start to build your audience and to get new friends, but also to get new customers, right? And new people trying the Thrive experience. So I prefer to always teach people to find 2 groups. So finding, if you guys already have your 2 groups and you want to start working in the group, you can mute me or you can just listen to me while you're working. But we're going to do 10 minutes and 10 minutes in 2 different groups. And here's how I figure out what kind of group to be part of. There we go. Okay. So how I figure out what groups to be part of is I spend time in 2 different groups. One is something that I am actually personally interested in. So whatever that is for you, maybe you love hiking, maybe you love, I don't know, like running. Maybe you're a marathon runner. Maybe you love Peloton, like whatever it is, find something that you love. One group is something that you love. The second group is someplace that you just know your ideal customer, the person who you're trying to connect with, who would be that perfect person that you would love to have as a customer or a promoter on your team. Where would they be? What kind of Facebook groups would they be chilling out in and looking for answers in and looking for comments in? Well, in my opinion, for the kind of woman that I'm looking for to help them get started on the Thrive experience and to join my team is usually somebody between ages 30 and 50. They have kids, they're working, they wish that they could be home more with their family, they're exhausted, they're trying to do it all. They're trying to be an awesome mom, an awesome wife, awesome at work, awesome at home, and they feel like they're just actually failing in every single category. That's the woman I'm looking for. So what kind of group would she hang out with? Well, one of the groups she would hang out in would be mom of tween boys. So that's one of the groups that I'm a part of, and I am actively engaged in there. So once a week, I will put up something inside of that group, either a meme or something of value, just something to get people to connect and comment with me. Okay. Those of you that got my graphic that I gave you guys today about like, what do you sell that people could buy for Valentine's Day from you? Like you could even put that up in a group, whenever I usually just will put things up, and if the admin accepts it, that's great. And if they don't, I don't get my feelings hurt, no big deal. But that one would bring up a lot of engagement, right? So then once I get into these two groups, and I know the two groups I'm going to be in, I am in there every single day. I do 10 minutes in one group, 10 minutes in another group. If I have time in the evening, I do another round of 20 minutes, 10 and 10. If you can master trying to do 10 minutes in the morning in one group and 10 minutes in the evening in that same group, you guys will start to see growth because people will start to see you as somebody who actually shows up in there. They're not just taking in there, right? You're actually engaging, you're part of the community. People love that. And then the other thing is I give myself a non-negotiable of messaging one person with a friend request every single day from that Facebook group. So now remember, I'm in two groups. So that means at minimum every day I'm sending out 2 friend requests. I'm usually doing more, but let me give you guys an example of that as well. I'm in the Mom of Tween Boys. I see somebody post a funny meme. I'm loving it. I think it's hilarious. It's about cooking at night and how much she hates cooking as a mom, and nobody ever eats what she puts out. I'm like, I can totally relate with that. So I comment, ask a question underneath, and then I send her a private message and I say, hey, Melissa, I saw your meme up in the Mom of Tween Boy group and it cracked me up. I knew immediately that if you lived down the street from me, we'd be BFFs. So let's be friends on virtual world or cyber world or whatever you want to call it. And let's connect this way. Hope you accept my friend request. Okay. And then I also will end with a question. How old are your boys? So then we start a conversation, right? She accepts my friend request. We start a conversation about how old our kids are. Then I go into asking if they're homeschooling right now, virtual schooling right now, or they're in school. How is she balancing that with her job? All of these questions are opening myself up to be able to talk to her about, wow, listen, you're a busy mom. You deserve to feel and be your best. I would love to share with you a product that I've been taking that has completely helped me with my energy, with my mood, and to feel and look my best. Would you like to hear more? I'd love to send you a sample. Right? So this allows me to get to that conversation because I'm engaging with them and asking questions. So we have 6 minutes left in this group. If anybody else is done with their Facebook post and wants me to comment on it, feel free to put it in the chat feature. Samantha and Jessica commented on both of yours. Okay, we're going to spend the last 10 minutes doing the exact same thing in the second group. And you guys, I really do stick to these time blocks because you can get like caught up, right, in one particular group. But you want to make sure you have two different groups so you have all different kinds of people coming in. And I also want to just remind you guys that if the group isn't working for you, nobody's engaging back with you, nobody's commenting on your comments, nobody's accepting your friend request, then it's time to move on and find a different group. But if the group is working for you and you're getting some things that are interactions and things like that, then stick with it for at least 90 days. I try to switch up my groups every 90 days, but I stick with two groups for 90 days straight, and it helps me to really get part of that community. Jessica, I just love you. Jessica said, can I just say I'm a little upset with myself for not doing these working Zoom sooner. Thank you for these. Jessica, I love that. Can I use that? Jessica, let me know in the chat. Can I use that for a quote up on the team page to remind people to make sure they plug in? I think they're super helpful too. It just gets me focused on staying on task, which is always a good thing, right? Okay, everybody, I'm just going to give you guys a couple reminders as you're finishing up in that last group. So the first thing is, oh, hey, Erica, you must have popped on here. I didn't even see you. I would have said hi. The first thing is that there's the content planning working Zoom tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern with Sarah Luce. That one is really more about, figuring out like, what do we have available to us this week? I also want to remind you guys that starting next Monday, a week from today, is the self-love challenge inside of our customer groups. That's going to be a 5-day bingo board in case you guys, I just want to make sure you guys know what it is. So as you're inviting, it's super cool. It's a bingo board. They can pick whatever 5 things they want to do for self-care. It's got to be obviously like make either diagonal, horizontal, or vertical so that they can win a bingo. And every day during that week, the 15th to the 20th, we have different prizes. We have different things that we're sharing with them. And then the main prize at the very end of the week for doing all 5 days of self-love challenge will be that they show us their bingo board, and then they'll be entered to win a pair of UGG slippers and credits towards the Thrive experience. But there'll be all kinds of fun giveaways throughout the week as well. And then also there's all kinds of great stuff going on this week. We have Friday night is a special happy hour for our team. And I want to tell you guys about that because it is something you could invite people to, but we are going to be doing some Thrive related things on it. So it's Friday night at 5 p.m. Eastern. Please put it on your calendar. We'd love for you to be there. It'll be a fun happy hour game time for our team. And it's a time where we can all come together as a community. We have all kinds of fun little scavenger hunts and quick little income producing activities that we're going to tell you to do. It'll be like, ready, set, go do this. And then you do it and come back and you could win a prize. And we have all kinds of prizes. It'll be 1 hour max. And we're so excited to be able to do this for you guys on Friday night because I know a lot of people weren't able to go to Cabo last weekend because of everything going on with the world right now. And so we wanted to find a fun way to get us all together, see each other, have fun. So show up with your favorite drink of choice, show up in comfy clothes, and join us Friday night at 5 p.m. Eastern. Make sure your team knows about it. It's a great way to show our community to especially your newest promoters. If you want to invite guests, you're welcome to, but I just want to tell you that we are going to be doing some Thrive items. And so if you don't want them to see that, like, hey, go message 2 people that have XYZ, right? If you don't want them to be a part of something like that, then don't invite any guests, but make sure your newest promoters and the people on your team are there. So you guys have a great day. Make it a great day for others. Bye.